Good Sunday morning to you, everybody. It is Sunday, April 6th, and morning devotional, Jesus Calling. Let's get into it. Bring me the sacrifice of thanksgiving. Take nothing for granted, not even the rising of the sun. Before Satan tempted Eve in the Garden of Eden, thankfulness was as natural as breathing. Satan's temptation involved pointing Eve to the one thing that was forbidden to her. The garden was filled with luscious, desirable fruits, but Eve focused on the one fruit she couldn't have rather than being thankful for the many good things freely available. This negative focus darkened her mind, and she succumbed to temptation. I'm going to stop you right there. I say this all the time. One of the coolest quotes I ever saw was, "Don't let your ice cream melt while looking at somebody else's sprinkles." As human beings, we tend to not be satisfied and not be thankful for what we have. And we tend to let what we have go by the wayside while we're looking somewhere else. We want to be richer. We want to be more popular. We want to be, all these things instead of just being thankful for what we have. And I also remember, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. There's a picture out there of a little Asian boy, and he's in a bucket. And this kid can't be 2 or 3 years old, little bitty kid, and he's sitting inside this bucket of water, and he's just smiling big as he can smile. And it says something to the fact of being thankful for what you have makes you rich, not having more. And that's really, both of those quotes I think really apply to me, because I'm always hustling and working, and I always want more, and I always want to do better, and I always want, I always wanted to succeed. And, sometimes if you don't stop and enjoy what you have done, and don't stop to be thankful for what you've done and what you've accomplished, and thank the man upstairs, thank the good Lord, then you don't really get to enjoy what you've worked thus far to achieve. So if you weren't faithful with a little, how can he trust you with a lot? Right back to that Jerry Clower quote. Anyway, when you focus on what you don't have or on situations that displease you, your mind also becomes darkened. You take for granted life's salvation, sunshine, flowers, and countless other gifts from me. You look for what is wrong and refuse to enjoy life until that is fixed. When you approach me with thanksgiving, the light of my presence pours into you, transforming you through and through. Walk in the light with me by practicing the discipline of thanksgiving. Psalm 116:17, Genesis 3:2-4, and 1 John 1:7. I'm smiling because when I paused to talk about being thankful and being faithful and the little boy in the bucket and all that stuff, I had not read this. I had not read it all the way through. You kick back off and it says exactly what we're talking about. Pick up your joy in the morning. That's when it comes. Be thankful. Be loving. Be grateful. Be kind. Be blessed. And most of all, love one another. And remember, you may be the only Bible a person ever reads. Act accordingly. Y'all have a great Sunday. We'll see you in the morning.